What's good, you guys? R&R Motorsports back at you guys with another one. I'm here at the touchless car wash. As you guys can see, the car's a bit dirty, so I'm gonna give it a wash for you guys. But today I have the best way for you to make 400 horsepower on your 640 reliably. So yeah, let's get into it. And also, before we get into this one today, guys, I just want to let you know I have a Shopify store in the description with all of my mods. And I'm also live on Twitch. The link will be on the description. Playing Call of Duty for you guys. So if you guys want to come interact with me, ask me any questions, my Twitch will be in the description. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is the touchless car wash for you guys. Basically, it comes around the whole time and it doesn't touch your car at all. As you guys can see, it doesn't touch the car at all though. It just it's like two arms that come around and spray the car, but it's fully touchless. Trust me, guys, I care too much about this paint to take it to anywhere else. So yeah. Look, they put fucking foam on it and shit too. Put some light on this for you guys so you can see better, but yeah, look. What's good, you guys? So now that we got the car cleaned up, looking all nice, for not getting the car dried, just letting it air dry, there's not really any water spots. Sorry to get off topic with you guys, but goddamn, the car looks crisp. But today we're gonna get into how to make 400 horsepower on your 640 reliably. So yeah, let's get things started. So before you guys even think about getting a tune or a downpipe or any performance mods, the first thing that you guys are going to want to start with are your spark plugs and your coil packs. Just because now that these cars are older, the factory coil packs are going to have some miles on them. The same thing for the plugs. So I would recommend you guys getting a set of, I believe it's Delphi coils for the N55, I believe. And the best spark plugs you guys can get if you guys plan on tuning your car are the NGK either 1 or 2 step colders, and you're going to want to gap them. I believe it's 0.20 to 0.22, and that should be a good baseline for you guys, like maintenance wise, before you tune your car. Another thing you guys are going to want to do before you tune your car is service your transmission. The ZF 8-speed from BMW claims that it comes with a lifetime fluid, but based on like transmission failures from higher mileage examples, the fluid looks like shit if you haven't serviced it for the entire life of the car. So for my specific car, I got the transmission fluid and the seal and all that stuff serviced at 70,000 miles, I believe, right before I went to flash XHP, the transmission tune that I have on this bad boy. But yeah, once you do the transmission tune, the trans actually does, it's noticeable. But yeah, let's get into the next step. So the first performance mod you guys are going to want to go with would be a metal charge pipe. As you guys can see, it's right here. That's the metal charge pipe. As you guys know, the N54 is N55, S55, B58. I'm not sure about the new S58s, but for the most part, most of the turbocharged BMWs from the factory come with plastic charge pipes, and the charge pipe is basically what holds your boost pressure. And obviously you don't want a piece of plastic holding on all your boost, especially if you're running higher than factory PSI on your car. So the first thing you could do as maintenance and a mod in one would be a metal charge pipe. I would recommend Evolution Raceworks or something like that. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend the VRSF one. It's pretty much the same as like buying an eBay no-name charge pipe. The VRSF fitment is pretty shit, I'm not gonna lie. When my mechanic was installing it at the stand shop, the fitment on the VRSF was not so great, but my boy who got an Evolution Raceworks one, it fit a lot smoother. Not to say that you guys won't be able to install it, but the VRSF gives you a harder time installing. But yeah, let's move on to what else you guys are gonna want to do. So once you guys have your spark plugs, your coils dialed in, all the maintenance up to date, and you guys put a metal charge pipe in your car, the next thing you're going to want to do is a downpipe and an MHD tune. I recommend MHD over boot mod for this specific platform, N55 6 series, just because MHD monitors more parameters than boot mod. And racing my boy who has boot mod stage 2 plus, or I think boot mod stage 2 versus my MHD stage 2 plus, both of us on 93. I put a car length on him, so that just goes to show you, I guess the MHD tune is a little bit more powerful than the boot mod. But with a downpipe and a tune, you guys will be making upwards of 400 horsepower. But the only problem you guys run into with the downpipe and the tune is heat soak, meaning that yes, your car will make over 400 horsepower with just a downpipe and a tune and a charge pipe, but what you'll run into is after like 3 or 4 or 5 pulls, especially if you guys live in a hot climate like me in Florida, South Florida, the car will heat soak, meaning that the engine will pull timing and it'll probably reduce power a little bit just to preserve your engine life because it's getting hot, and you'll hear your fan running more and more and more. So what you want to do to stop that from happening and prevent the heat soak is get a front mount intercooler. I'll see if I can get it for you guys now, but the way the intercooler is on the 6 series is it's sandwiched, so it'll be the radiator, then the intercooler, and then the AC condenser. It's like a 3 stack, and you can't really see it, but it's like under right here in this area. So now let's talk about cost. So assuming you do all the labor yourself, I won't do labor charges for right now, but actually I'll do both for you guys. So if you guys get pretty much the way you calculate labor is whatever you guys pay for parts, you're gonna double it for labor. So you guys can get a downpipe for this car for around $300 to $500. If you guys can't find one specifically to the 640, I have one on my website. Plug again, sorry, shameless plug, I know, but yeah, I have 640 downpipes on my website below. But the downpipe should cost you anywhere from $300 to $500. An intercooler should cost you guys anywhere from, I believe, $300 to $500 for this car. Once again, on my website I have intercoolers for the 640. Charge pipe at 150 to 200 bucks, and then MHD tune depending on when you buy it, because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but MHD is a UK based company, so what you pay them in is, I believe, either a euro or the British pound. I'm not sure. I think it's the euro though, if I remember correctly. So whatever the euro conversion rate at the time is what you'll pay for the tune, basically. So for example, when I bought the tune, it was 2 euros. 1 US dollar was, I believe, like 50 cents. So it ended up costing me $600 for the tune. But then when I bought the tune for my N54, the euro was like a dollar, like dollar to dollar with the US dollar. So for my N54, I ended up getting the tune for $350. So it all depends on what the conversion rate is at the time you're buying your tune. But if you guys go over all of that, it should be around $2 grand or less in parts for you guys to go full bolt on. So that's not bad. The car comes with 300 horsepower stock, and for you guys going with all these mods, including the MHD stage 2 tune, you should be around 430 to 450 wheel horsepower. So for 2 grand and 150 horsepower increase, that's actually really good compared to other NA chassis. You guys spend the same amount of money and you guys get minimal gains. So that's the beautiful thing about owning a turbocharged car. You can give your car a significant bump in power for not that much money. And also, I want to let you guys know, once you tune this car, the driving experience completely changes. The car kind of pulls like a V8, where it's super torquey low down, considering the fact that this car is a single turbo. There is barely any turbo lag, if any, and the power hits right away. Like, I'm talking about like 1300 1400 RPMs. You could feel the torque, because The car will make 400, a little bit more than 400 horsepower, but the biggest thing is the torque. The torque jumps from 300 to 500 pound-feet of torque with these mods and the tune, and that's what you feel the most in this car. The instant torque from like red lights and stuff, it really does put you back in your seat a lot more than a stock 640. It makes the car feel like a stock 650i, maybe even quicker than a stock 650i. But yeah, the reason why I went with this over a 650 is just because the N63, they're like infamous for blowing up. Whether it be the turbos, the injectors, the valve stem seals, cylinder scoring, carbon buildup, the list goes on and on and on about N63 issues. But I must say the N63 is a good value for the money. It turns the 6 Series into pretty much a baby M6 for half the price. But yeah, for all my 640 guys, this is all you have to do to make 400 wheel. Downpipe, charge pipe, intercooler. Make sure you do your maintenance, and an MHD or boot mod tune. Boot mod will probably make about 15 to 20 horsepower less, just from like my personal experience dealing with both MHD and boot mod. But honestly, it's all preference, whatever platform you guys prefer. I just think MHD is a little bit better because you can flash directly off your phone with a MHD adapter, and boot mod doesn't have the M2 brap when you let off the throttle. So I've made a video on this before if you guys want to go back and check out my channel. But when you let off the throttle, and if you're MHD tuned, the car will not burble, but it'll like brap. Like, you know how when you let off an M, the car kind of revs out a little bit? It's called an over rev, and boot mod doesn't offer that, but MHD does. And also MHD has multi-map switching on the fly and anti-lag, which boot mod does not offer. So with all those benefits of MHD, that's what I would recommend to you guys. But like I said, if you guys want to go boot mod, you're more than welcome to. But with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one, or in our motorsports. I'm out. Peace.